Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Comfortably summer going into the weekend, but we are going to be sweating by the end. Find out how high the heat and humidity are going this weekend.
Big spike in violent crime here in Detroit. The president says he's sending the feds in to help, but tonight we're learning that plan was already in place months ago. The defenders have details.
Okay, Sean, but we begin with how 2 positive coronavirus tests could have major implications when it comes time for school to start in the fall. Those 2 positive tests are summer school students at DPSCD, and right now school leaders and parents across the state are paying very close attention to the district's response.
Our Paula Tutman has a look at what could change and what won't when school starts up again.
Carol's daughter Zoe got sick this week, and there was a sense of initial panic.
Breathing real hard and sometimes shortness of breath. She felt something was coming about. When she started summer school, everything was fine.
A doctor's visit later, and it turns out it was a case of allergies and asthma. But for Carol, the presence of COVID-19 in any summer school class will still not be a game changer for her.
Is it a risk? Yes, it's a risk, but at the same time, my view would not change.
13-year-old Brooke feels the same way.
I'm nervous, but I know we do have to go back to school because I need to get my education. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a doctor like my mom. And without my education, I won't be able to do it.
For the superintendent, it was expected.
We know the infection rate in Detroit is about 1% or 1.5%. So it was inevitable that when we tested students that there would be positive cases. Now the 2 of 274 means the infection rate didn't increase, meaning because you went to face-to-face summer school, you weren't infected by COVID, which means that our safety protocols and standards are working.
And a reason to perhaps get all students tested before August 31st, provided it's not just Detroit students.
Now, I'm not against it, but there would have to be a commitment by multiple schools participating. One, because obviously with all the demands that our families have, we don't want to see a situation where our parents don't come to our schools and go to other schools who aren't offering the test. That doesn't make sense from a service point of view, an enrollment point of view, or a funding point of view.
And while the Finance Committee approved $29 million in investing into COVID safety for the fall, in an interview with the superintendent of Wayne Risa, Dr. Randy Leopa said that should any Detroit students in summer school test positive, it could be a reason for the entire county and any school district for that matter to think even more carefully about face-to-face protocols.
It's going to raise the anxiety in regards to parents sending their students back to school, number one. We are really looking for the health departments now to step up and help local school districts understand what they should be doing if and when students come to school have been identified or staff with COVID. And so we're anxiously waiting for answers on that particular issue. And absolutely, that could have a significant impact in regards to what school looks like in the fall.
I do want to be clear that interview I did with Dr. Leopold was done yesterday. He just sent me a text message saying that they are working, or at least his district is working with the health department, looking for protocol guidance in terms of testing all students. As far as those students who did test positive, they're being quarantined for 14 days. They will continue their summer school experience online. Their classroom is also being asked to quarantine, but they are not identified, I should say Detroit is not identifying the actual school or the class for privacy reasons, guys.
Yeah, we'll see how many more as those tests continue to come in. All right, Paula, now if you're wondering what your school district is planning to do or you want to compare, we've posted a list of school plans that we have thus far from all across the state. You can find it in the Return to School page that we put together at clickondetroit.com.
The Michigan State University football team is under quarantine for 14 days after 2 staff members and a player test positive for COVID-19. The quarantine is mandated under the university athletic department's return to campus policy. After 14 days, all football players and staff will be tested again before workouts can resume. Meanwhile, tonight, community leaders and Michigan's Attorney General are weighing in on President Trump's decision to send federal agents to Detroit.
Defender Sean Lay has new insight into that decision and when we could start seeing them out on the streets. Sean.
We're learning two things about this tonight. One, that the plan to send more feds to Detroit has actually been in the works for months. And two, the spike in violent crime we're seeing was predicted.
I said after this shutdown is over with, we will have the most violent year of all time.
Why?
A lot of this stuff right here is gang-related retaliation.
Community leader Pastor Mo Maurice Hardwick is hearing what the defenders learned from a federal law enforcement source today. President Trump's plan to send more federal agents to Detroit to help crack down on violent crime is actually phase 2 of Operation Relentless Pursuit. More feds have been here working with police for months.
I'm also hearing that this is something that was implemented a while ago.
ATF, FBI, U.S. Marshals have been working with local police all year, going after guns, drugs, and gangs. Phase 2 is called Operation Legend, what the president announced this week. Attorney General Dana Nessel telling the defenders she hopes the focus stays on violent crime. She does not want to see what Portland is seeing, unidentified feds coming in to take protesters off the streets.
Now, if they want to come in and say, well, we want to assist you in terms of routine law enforcement, and we're all going to work together. And so federal agencies will work together and coordinate with our state and local agencies. Well, we always welcome that kind of assistance, and we wouldn't push back against that at all. But that's not the sense that I'm getting. And I don't know that that's the offer that's been made.
Don't bring in the feds, bring in federal funding and deal with the issues that our young people are facing that will cause them hopelessness and anger and danger.
When will more feds hit town? We're told as early as next week. In Detroit, Sean Lay, Local 4 Defenders.
All right, Sean. Well, lower humidity making for a really nice summer day outside today.
Yeah, it's nice out there, but that's going to change in a big way as we head into the weekend. Let's get over to Ben, tracking some muggy weather headed our way.
Yeah, Kim and Devin, we are going into our last full weekend of July, and it is going to feel like the rest of this month above average, but we're pretty much close to normal right now, 83. You can see where that heat is already building, though, out there to the west with those 90s and the humidity really building in some of those same spots as well. But we've got pretty dry air on top of us. Dew points in the 50s, which is a gift this time of year. But look at this. 3 areas we're watching in the tropics, 2 named storms, Gonzalo and Hannah. One of those is going to make landfall in the U.S. this weekend. We'll talk about that and the Tigers opening day forecast. Yes, we have it. It's coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben. Decline to report in today's coronavirus case count. The state reporting 594 new cases in the past 24 hours. That's actually 105 fewer than yesterday. The state also reported 3 more deaths, which is also down from yesterday's numbers.
Now let's take a look at how the numbers are trending with the 7-day rolling average on clickondetroit.com. And you can see that red line has leveled off for the past few days here.
Now today, the state unemployment office warned Michiganders the extra $600 in unemployment checks is going to go away next week unless Congress acts. In Washington, meantime, a $1 trillion rescue bill has hit a roadblock. Jay Gray is at the Capitol. Hey there, Jay.
Hey there, Devin. Good evening. Look, several important deadlines are now looming. $600 supplemental unemployment payments are ending, with about 23 million families across the nation facing potential eviction orders. Businesses locked down, millions out of work.
It's been very, very difficult.
And getting harder. Republicans struggling to reach an agreement on a new relief package going home for the weekend without beginning negotiations with Democrats. A primary sticking point, expanded unemployment benefits, which expire at the end of the month.
This is the United States of America. So let's find out how we can work together to go forward.
Many who need the funds now also facing an end to the moratorium on evictions. Single mom Mercedes Borges just got an eviction notice.
Every parent wants to give their kid a home, somewhere safe to be.
She's getting some last-minute help from local county funds. Still, as many as 28 million families are in jeopardy of losing their homes, with the virus continuing to spread faster now than at any other time during the pandemic, as the president continues his push for schools to reopen.
We cannot indefinitely stop 50 million American children from going to school, harming their mental, physical, and emotional development.
The CDC today issuing broad recommendations for classes to resume, calling for enhanced sanitation, social distancing, repurposing other buildings, moving classes outside, and keeping small groups together throughout the day. But that doesn't ease the concerns of many parents and doctors.
Here's the bottom line. When community transmission is high, it is risky to open schools.
So much seems so risky right now, with infections and fears growing across the country. For some perspective, in a recent survey, 1 in 4 adults said that they had either missed their last house payment or were worried about making their next one. In Washington, Jay Gray, Local 4.
Okay, Jay. Well, we're just getting started here at 5. Let's check in with Grant Herms.
The Oakland County Sheriff's Office is now asking victims to come forward after they catch a man pretending to be an officer. What they found inside his car coming up.
I know many of you are disappointed the big Amazon Prime sale is being pushed back, but here's the good news. There are huge deals online right now. Other retailers want a piece of the action, and I'm going to show you where you can save big.
Who steals the front end of a 1955 Buick Roadmaster? Well, it happened and it was taken right off the family shed. They're hoping somebody will spot this hard-to-miss item.